Okay, so I just got done reading volume 2 of One Piece, and I gotta say, Buggy the Clown is a great villain, and I'm gonna stand by that statement until the day I die.
Hey Dennis, what's up? It's me, Buggy the Clown. What you doing?
You know I'm making this video, you know how it goes.
Did you just say I have a big nose?
No.
Yeah, die.
And then 5 minutes later, Dennis revived because he's just so swag and so sexy. He's subscribed.
Okay, so since I died, I don't really have to stand by that statement anymore. So Buggy in this early section, he's like kind of cool, right? Like it's Buggy the Clown, right? Everybody get down on their knees and pray to the god Buggy. He's just so wacky. I don't know. I think a lot of people get turned off by Buggy as being like the first official big villain in One Piece, and it kind of just adds to how One Piece is just a goofy kid show. It's not, bro. I cried. I've cried to One Piece. And I'm not a bitch. One Piece is manly. But this section of the story, the Orange Town arc, where you get introduced to Buggy and Nami and all these other people part of Buggy's crew, it's fucking great. I love this section of the story, and I feel like it's super, super underrated. One thing I want to highlight is the fact that Luffy says he eats the gum fruit from the gum tree. Now, us as a community in One Piece have never been able to understand what exactly this means, and I think that's really cool. So if you didn't know, the creator of the story, Oda, originally wanted this series to be about 5 years long, and right now it is it's not 5 years long, but that means he had stuff that was planned out. So this early section of the story actually drops a lot of information that hasn't even been covered yet. This early section of the story, maybe the first time you're reading it, doesn't really seem that crazy, but it has a lot of information. Another thing I want to point out is the fact that Nami asks if in the Straw Hat there is a treasure map. I've always looked at this line and thought that this is going to come back around. Oda is the king of foreshadowing. Is it gonna happen, bro? Are we gonna... Anyway, let's get into the story. Why the fuck did this dog have a better backstory than Zoro did? I mean, I said it in my last video, the lamest backstory in the entirety of One Piece. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat myself. This dog, honestly, is like a top tier character. What is it about mangas and animes making the dog get introduced at like the beginning of the series and then making it like the most heartbreaking thing about that early section? You had Full Metal Alchemist do it with... Jesus Christ, man. I gotta say, Buggy's crew is awesome, and the introduction to him is really, really great. He actually looks like he is force choking the fuck out of one of his crewmates. What the fuck is up with this dude's costume? I know this is his ears, but come on, man. It's just not cool. But I do like this little section where he says that he's able to tame any beast. Dude, that is funny as fuck. So we see a lot more of Nami, and Nami is a cool character, and I really like her hog tying Luffy and then taking him to Buggy and then using that as like a way to get into Buggy's crew. Luffy still wants her to be the navigator, which is just like, oh my god. Honestly, I would have given up on this girl by now, but Luffy, super confusing, like confusingly simple. Like he knows what he wants and he's going to get it. And it just like makes sense why Luffy does the things that he does, but at the same time, why the fuck does Luffy do the things that he does? So Zoro, honestly, he's just kind of sidelined for this section of the story. He has some cool moments like when he picks up this cage, but honestly, Zoro fans, what the fuck? How can you be defending this guy? Look, like Luffy's in this cage and this man can't even cut steel at this point. Oh, but character development, you're only at the beginning of the story. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, but Luffy couldn't break the cage either. Okay, maybe you're right. You know what else is confusing? Why did the pet store catch on fire? Like, what the were they selling gasoline? Oh shit, can the lion breathe fire? I don't even remember. Taking a look at this manga cover, honestly, fire as fuck. Buggy obviously looks like a way more sillier character than Luffy, but Buggy's in a more serious pose, whereas Luffy is just like, look at me. I can stretch. This volume cover, probably 10 out of 10. At the end of the volume, we get a tease at a specific red hair pirate, which is way better than the last tease we got. I really like that section of the story, like when they're talking about the Shanks. Oh, it's so fucking cool. So tune in next week when we read volume 3 and catch up on the previous video.